Hello, hello, hello. You're returning into the episode of TheWunderkindShow. Today's first topic, Micah Parsons comes out and calls out the Ravens defense. Look, guys, let me tell you something right now. When your team is not playing up to par, you look at them and be like, you'll get them next time. When your team trips and falls, you say, hey, we'll dust you off. Keep going, we got you. But when your team admits to not finishing a game, to being on the verge of blowing out a team and saying, we're good, especially on the defensive side of the ball, you kind of look at them a little differently. And not just look at them differently, it leaves them out to be questioned by their peers. And Micah Parsons is one of their peers, being he's one of the best defenders within the league. Now, I get it. I know exactly where he's coming from with this, but when I'm saying this was right on the money, he even mixed in a little Raven quote in there too. Forget about it. Oh! So we're going to look at what he had to say, right? And we're going to break it down even further, okay? And I'm going to show you exactly what he had to say about this team and their shortcomings. Check this out real quick, right? So he goes on there and he says, as y'all all seen against Baltimore and Buffalo, you could have a quarterback darn near have a perfect game, but still lose because guess what? The defense gave up what? 40 points. Defense wins championships. Guys, I want you to re-look into what he said here. He said, your quarterback could have a darn near perfect game and still lose. Your running back could also be having a masterclass of a game while your quarterback is having a perfect game. And you could still lose. Because guys on the defensive side of the ball said, me no play defense, papi. Me no play defense, papi. It's nasty work. And then, if you think that what he said didn't hit home, check this out. Then he comes out and says, for Jordan Love, J Love, you give us 20 points, we should be able to win the game. No. Hold on. I want to, you know why this holds true? Because Ray Lewis told the 2000 Ravens, they said if y'all score anything close to 20 points, we got the rest. You see what a great defender does to a team? And yes, it's early in the season, but their defense has already made two explosive offenses with two great/good quarterbacks look pedestrian. I'm speaking to y'all. Mind you, Raven fans said, we don't need Micah. He's too expensive. We got Oweo. We got Oweo Jabo. We got KVN, right? And his podcasting. Oh! And y'all said we didn't need this man. It's not trying to KVN, I'm just being real. If you told me I got to give up KVN, Owe, and a Jabo for him, bye-bye. You feel me? It really is crazy when you look at this team, knowing what we have on it. right? And saying if the pass rush was forcing guys, you know, if they had a guy on the line that could just get home, it changes the whole face of your defense. And they look totally different. Like Jaden Daniels looked lost. He looked frantic. He looked like a rookie. You know, last year he didn't look like no rookie. They had him as a, top 5 quarterback in the league. Most people had him top 5, top 6. See, it's what I try to tell people, man. And Raven fans, I keep trying to tell y'all, we're so conditioned that when you see a high-priced guy, you're like, nope, we don't want you. We got enough because we're money conscious. Money ball. It's nasty, bro. This ain't a movie, dog. You feel me? It's not. Like, living life like this is a movie, and it's called Moneyball. It's crazy to me. You got to spend money. And I'd rather have one explosive player than 4 mediocre players, because he's worth what those 4 mediocre players are worth. Mind you, it came out that same player wanted to come to Baltimore. Why do you think the Eagles are trying to give up 2 first-round picks, a second and a third to get him? Forget what our team did. Look at what the best GM in the game by a mile was trying to give up to get him. Think about all the pieces that the Philadelphia Eagles had, and they were like, we'll give up what you need to get Micah Parsons. My Raven fans, we don't need that, Papi. We don't need that. All I have is $5, Papi. If you don't want the $5, then you don't take the $5. Here, we give you $5. You don't want to take the $5. Then I don't have no more money. It's ridiculous. And the same guy that we could have made space to acquire or to get is now calling out the same defense, who is on record for quitting before the game was done. Quitting. John Harbaugh came out and said, yeah, they're not mature. Herman Humphrey came out and said, yup, we're not mature. And then you had comments and, well, we're not mature, we're more just lackadaisical. I'm using the words that they were using. Wake up, please. Raven fans, wake up, I tell you, wake up. This team needs a wake-up call fast, quick, and in a hurry. We're not immature. We're lackadaisical. When your coach comes out and calls you immature, your veteran corner on your team calls you out immature, and then you make an excuse saying, well, we're not really immature, we're just lackadaisical, and then you have another guy who is literally playing for a contract for either us or another team saying, yeah, we just let off the gas. You know, we didn't finish the game. You know, we just thought, hey, we got it. We don't got to play hard no more. You get what you pay for. Mind you, everybody said they're going to love Owe, love them some Owe. I told y'all. Owe can be decent because he's going to get garbage time sacks. But we need a guy that can wreck a game plan at the front. All these other teams have guys that can wreck the game plan. The Chiefs got one. You saw what the Bills did to us with Ed Oliver. The Eagles got one. The Packers got one. The Lions got one. All these teams got a guy in the front that can just wreck a game plan. Where's ours? We're hoping that Mike Green could be that, right? But he's not going to get the snaps needed to even be that for this year. Because they rather play older guys or even an Owe. But hey, Nitro's the crazy one, right? I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just a Debbie Downer. My God. That's my problem, bro. Jesus, man. I told you, boy, the trenches, boy. Man, Micah showed out. Micah this year is already on pace for the Defensive Player of the Year. And he's probably, barring any major injury, God forbid, to anybody on that team, they're probably going to be top 2 or maybe the primary representative of the NFC in the Super Bowl. But hey, I don't know anything, right? It is what it is. But what do you guys think? Were you surprised when Micah came out and called out the defense for the Baltimore Ravens, then came out and used pretty much a Ray Lewis quote and said, look, all we need is 20 points. We'll win you the game. Let me know what you think about this down in the comments, please, all right? But as always, that's the episode of The Wunderkind Show. Thank you for watching. Now we get down, we have fun, and we laugh. But everything we talk about, we do what? Facts and truth. Please remember, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, guys, leave a comment on all of the comments. Please remember to like and subscribe to the Wunderkind Morning Show. Also, live Monday through Thursday, 9:30 to 10:30 a.m., where we touch on all topics of sports. Usually on Friday, we go live from the bread box. That was impossible because it was raining. And there, of course, you can't have a phone out in the rain. So, yeah, so that was dead this morning. But usually on Fridays, we go live from the Bimbo Bakeries while we stack up on breads and snacks and stuff like that to give out at Trinity's Bread Box. So, guys, it's a great show, great time, great channel. Subscribe, support, and become a member also. Because like I said, we're working on stuff, even more stuff for the members that I know you're going to say is worth it. Okay, guys? Be there, be squared. Also, at the bottom of the screen, you'll notice the QR code. QR code's to a Cash App. If you would like to donate to the channel, help out with equipment so that YouTube don't get none of it, you're like, yo, I just want to shout out you or just support you, or here goes a little thing for you and this channel, or I know you might need this for the channel. That's how you do it, guys. YouTube gets no cuts out of that. Super Chat, YouTube gets a cut. But this, it's 100% to the channel, okay? But QR code bottom of the screen, you already know what that is. It's also located in the description of every video that we do. Name of it is The Wunderkind Show for that Cash App. But that's the episode of The Wunderkind Show. This show's next to signing off, but as always, you know my slogan. Peace. And I'm out of here, guys. Yerp.
Finish him, Daddy.